Welcome to the May episode of Digging Up Positivity, and this month it's exactly 10 years ago that Thabo was first sighted in the Netherlands. And I do have a little bit about that at the very end of this video, including a giveaway. This very t-shirt from Artwork Tee from my merch store. More info about that in the end of the video. But first, on with the charities. We start down under with FurDU, who raised $5,474.30 converted from Australian dollars for the Fresh Start Rescue, an Australian animal rescue based in the southeast Queensland dedicated to rescue, rehabilitate and rehome of dogs and cats in genuine need. For many, their highlight of the year, Furry Weekend Atlanta returned in full force and raised no less than $50,000 for Animal Park. These fine folks introduce rare, threatened and sometimes endangered species to the public, up close and personal, as close as sometimes 5 feet. Their philosophy is that this way the general public will more likely become invested in protecting these wonderful creatures. Every year, Kieran and his friends will go walk, bike, fursuit and do other exercises to raise funds for the Snow Leopard Trust, an organization devoted to protect the endangered cat through community-based conservation projects that are based on an improved scientific understanding of the snow leopard behavior, needs, habitats and threats. But besides that, they are just real fluffy, adorable and derpy. It pains me to see someone in a situation they cannot thrive, a situation where they are abused emotionally or physically. And it gave me great joy to see that the community was banding together to help Blue, a trans femme from Atlanta, USA, able to move out finally out of that dreadful situation with the help of furries raising $1,574 for her. Wishing you all the best in the future. Most unfortunately, the situation in Ukraine is still going on. I have seen so many people helping each other out, both from within and afar, but this one stands out. Blaine Art for Ukraine, where I'm a part of as well. At the moment of this writing, the entire group has raised $27,526, and they are showing no sign of stopping or slowing down. And up to this day, thousands of people are still fleeing Ukraine every day, and some bring along animals, not just pets, but animals rescued from zoos, such as this British man, a former soldier with the Kurdish forces who traveled across Ukraine to save a stranded wolf and a lion. But smaller animals were saved as well. Others helped these 2 meerkats who found themselves being shelled in a petting zoo in Kherson. All animals mentioned above are now at a safer location, thanks to all these heroes. A while back at Eurofurns we did support 7 Katzenleben. Thanks to that there is even a cute little cat walking around named Thabo. But one of the things that 7 Katzenleben was doing was, instead of killing stray cats, to sterilize them, slowly solving the problem of strays in a humane manner. This method is called TNRC, Trap, Neuter, Release and Relocate. In the Netherlands, the province of Zeeland was already doing this, but recently in the province of Utrecht, this method is now being implemented as well as a pilot. This is direly needed because the negative impact of stray cats on the environment is significant. I am glad that they are going ahead with this humane solution to this dire problem. A lot of people have something playing on the side as they work. Some have music or animations, or in this case, otters. I found myself gazing at 3 otters at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Otter Camp. And much to my joy, they even have the feeding times broadcasted.
Well, hello again, everyone. For those of you just joining us, my name is Jamie Marie. I'm a naturalist here up on the second floor mezzanine. But inside of our exhibit, we are joined with 3 of our animal care staff here to do a feeding and training session with our southern sea otters here today. Now we've got 3 otters on exhibits.
You can also donate to support these otters, and so far they have raised well over $4,000. Keep in mind, these 3 otter gals cannot be released back into the wild due to behavior reasons, but they do help raising pups as surrogate moms. Isn't that cute? People are developing robots at an amazing speed. A lot of us have seen the Boston Dynamic robot dog, which was truly groundbreaking in many respects. But there was still one area where even Spot, our trusty robo-dog, could not venture. Tight crawl spaces in places such as disaster zones, especially when lugging around vital equipment or supplies. And here comes the Robotic Rat from the Beijing Institute of Technology. They chose the rat since this little critter has evolved by nature to crawl through tiny spaces and reach places thought unreachable by others. This rat, dubbed SQRO, which stands for Small-Sized Quadrupedic Robotic Rat, has been designed using X-ray photos of real rats and already has been subjected to various tests. And here I am wondering if I could ever have one of those pet rats for my home. You know, like an Aibo. Now that would be awesome! You know what's a great conversation starter? Animal facts, like how bats can navigate with echolocation.
Let me see. Yeah, that's gonna be off 4.
Or how many joeys, that's how they call small possums, can fit in a mama possum's pouch. And there is an account that combines all these facts with beautiful little animations. Meet Natural Habitat, a team of 3 former animation classmates. They publish animations on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and they really brighten up my day with their informational bits. They aim to publish a new animation every 2 weeks. Every now and then we see a short animation, like a dancing cat. But Rodrigo Souza went all out. He utilized various 2D techniques to complement the 3D animation, such as the speed lines and smear frames.
Never got him for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots, hang your coat for this wet. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet. Pay my tuition.
And it really rocks. From 3D back to 2D. The team behind Lackadaisy has released a new sneak peek for their animation. It really shows that they're trying to keep the classical look. However, this animation is less than a minute long, showcasing how much of an effort it all is, but we do appreciate that they're trying to keep us in the loop. With our fandom and beyond bristling with creativity, we of course have awards like the 2022 Ursa Major Awards, where not just only people within the fandom get placed within the limelight, like with awards for the best fursuit, various literary categories, or best furry website. But also others with media, like featuring anthropomorphics such as In Games Deltarune Chapter 2 or Beastars. Of course, all other media as well. It's really too much to list here. And I do recommend to check them all out in the link in the description or in the corner right here. But first, of course, finish watching this video, please. From the very start of the Dutch furry fandom, I have been around. Back when I joined in the mid-90s, there were just a handful of furries in the Netherlands, but slowly things grew. From some meets and small conventions here and there, like TreeCon, things started to grow more and more. These days, the landscape has been defined by conventions such as Furry Week in Holland or fur dances such as the Dutch Fur Dance. But there was a strong desire for a more traditional furcon, and Hunty decided to take the initiative. So here we go, Hunty, have the stage.
Thank you, Thabo, and hello viewers. My name's Hunter, but most people call me Hunty, and I'm the chairman of the Alfurnative. Some year and a half ago, I was talking with a bunch of the furries from the Dutch communities and found there was a strong and sincere desire for a hotel con, something more traditional, so I got busy, talking with prominent figures like Dr. Conway, Antrocon's chairman, who helped establish the first contacts between myself and the city, figuring out the possible hotels, the developments of the pandemic at that time, and the general willingness of our public, the Dutch fandom, to help set expectations. After this was done, I reached out to some friends to help get set up, and with the extra thanks to Lime and Switch, who helped everything lift off in a way I could have never done it by myself. The goal with this convention is to establish a chill experience on Dutch soil in a more traditional con sense. We aim to have a few panels, good music with our DJs, and slices of various communities that are through the Dutch fandom. We want to do our best to establish good relations with this hotel and the city, and we'll need every last bit of help to make this a reality. Our ticket sale starts on Saturday the 28th, and I hope to see you there. With additional thanks to Thabo, who has offered his help from the very first start and the very first idea of this convention, and of course for having me on his show.
You are very welcome, Hunty, and I wish you all the best. The ticket sales have started today and the link is in the description below. I for sure will be there and I hope to see you there as well. In May 2012, 10 years ago, Thabo finally arrived from the US. I was almost glued to my screen trying to track it all. Fortunately, it went through customs without too much trouble. Of course there was some trouble, we're talking Dutch customs here. And that year, he started to appear during the Dutch elections for Congress, or as we Dutch say, the Tweede Kamer, where I happened to be running for the Dutch wing of the Pirate Party. While we did not make it in the end, Thabo certainly was a big success when it came down to handing out flyers and supporting during the campaigns itself. Some people were doubting him at first, but we were all convinced in the end that he had a positive impact on the general atmosphere of those days where we were flyering. That year, Thabo also starred in a little Dutch short film named Kwak, which was an entry for the Utrecht 48-hour film challenge. During the following years after that, Thabo was also found on various parades throughout the country. I often visited the UK as well. I still hold fond memories of Cardiff. I recall once walking there when one of those red tourist buses slowed down and you could hear loudly, "To the right you can see a human-sized meerkat, which is obviously native to Cardiff." That was a lot of fun. Those kind of experiences you can only see in the UK. I also found my love to help along with charity events, from the Dream Night at the zoo down to the Sophia Children's Hospital. It is difficult but a very rewarding task to be there at all those events, bringing joy to those who need it most. Especially that one time during the situation in 2020. Did you know I had a fear of heights? Well, the people around me sure found out that day. And now, 10 years later, and with digging up positivity, I am humbled by the people that supported me along the way. And I really hope that this will happen for many, many more years. And to show my gratitude, I'm giving away this wonderful t-shirt with art by Silver Fox. All you have to do is leave a comment on the video that you want one. And I will draw between these comments a winner to be announced the next episode. Thank you so much to stick around until the very end of the video. I always enjoy seeing you here. Be sure to check out my Twitch as well. Every Monday I draw something while vibing with these amazing people. If you would like to support this channel even more, go to my Patreon or Subscribestar or consider buying something from my merch stores. All links are in the link tree below, and I will be ever so thankful. Just like I am thankful to these wonderful people. Cosmic with a K, Els Dekkers, Falconeo, Hanzana, Ishnula, Kitako, Manic, Tantru McNally, Taros, and last but not least, Score Chaser. The next Digging Up Positivity will be on the 25th of June. Hope to see you there, and stay awesome, and of course, all the hugs. Digging up, 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 digging up.